Welcome to the Relishing Dead podcast, where we devour everything in the TWD universe. I'm Dawn.
Eliza.
I'm Barb.
And I'm Carol.
Yay!
Happy Halloween.
So tonight we're going to
Happy
discuss
Halloween.
Fear the Walking Dead. What is it? Episode 7 and episode 8. Anton and what is it? The Tiger?
Iron Tiger.
Iron Tiger. So those are the 2 episodes we are going to discuss tonight. So what do you girls think about the episodes? I know, I'm like, let's just wrap it up and put a bow on it.
You go above. Go ahead, Eliza. You're first, and I'll go and then.
Again, too fast trying to wrap it up. There's too much missing information, too many characters missing that we don't know, what happened to them. Well, I guess we kind of do now, but just too fast. I mean, I like it because I've always enjoyed Fear, but yeah, I just feel like it's going too fast.
Yeah, I totally agree. I do like Fear. There were some seasons I didn't care for. They are definitely going way too fast where I'm confused. And if you already know me, I get confused of what's happening to begin with. So, but I have to say the graphics for me, like the walkers, and Carol will know this, I think they stepped it up in Fear at least.
Mm-hmm.
So the directing, I know they were saying in the after show that Luciana, I don't know her real name, that she was directing some of these episodes. So
episode 1, yeah, Danae Garcia, she did episode 1, I know, or 7, yeah.
I'm seeing a little bit of a difference, but yeah, I'm liking it better, but still a little confused. And like you said, there's certain things that we'll talk about once slides come up that why did they do that? So okay.
Yeah. Hey Jason. Hi Regina. Hi Anissa. Hi Pam. The first episode just completely wore me out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, and it's funny because I was watching the Squawking Dead on their recap of the show, and it seems like everybody, God bless David, he was trying so hard to find some redeeming qualities, and Sharon D and I were both like, oh my God, I just finally commented and said I wanted to use the hammer that Madison used on Troy to my own head. The writing is, I don't understand the writing and the storylines and the things that they're doing, and it was just really difficult to watch the first episode. The second episode was better. It was easier to watch, and I understood, some of what they were doing. But again, like Barb said, the walkers and things like that are gorgeous, especially in last night's episode.
Yeah.
They had some beautiful walkers that I was all geeked out over. And
how do you get hit to the head twice with a hammer and only get a blue eye?
Yeah.
I know.
Like I said, some of these things in the episode was like, makes you go,
I was really confused with the acting, because don't you think, I don't know if it's the writing or the acting, because if you watch Madison in season 1 and 2, her acting's good. Her acting's horrible in these last 2 episodes.
Thank you. I'm glad you said.
Well, I agree with that, but do you think it's because she's wearing herself down with the oxygen?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's the writing or how they want her to act that way. Because if you watch her in season 1, 2, 3, she doesn't. I don't know what it is.
She's not believable to me.
No.
Right now, she is not believable to me right now at all.
I have to tell you, I mean, as much as I love Travis, yes, no, Travis, that's the wife. Oh my God, I can't think of his name now.
Strand.
Thank you, Strand.
Strand's the best thing of the whole show.
Yes.
Him, and then when Charlie came back, her acting was pretty badass, I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie's that little actress is good, but and I know Dawn loves Strand and Madison's relationship, and I do too. But Coleman Domingo, he's so fantastic, and he has in the last couple of episodes, he has had to carry those scenes because Kim's just not there, So yeah, Regina says it seems forced, and I agree. It's just like she just checked out. Kim's like, okay, this is the last few episodes. I'm checking out.
But then, like Barb said, I'm wondering if it's because she's having to act like she's wore out all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like she doesn't know how to act that way.
Yeah, giving up.
Yeah.
Well, and I just went to see if the writers had changed since the season 1 to season 7, and it's the same writers, but it's just like they kind of have given like they don't give a shit.
Maybe we need to give them oxygen.
Yeah.
The writers are sitting around in the writing room. They're all,
yeah.
What do we do now?
They need to go do what Casey did and get hydrated. Because it's Robert Kirkman and it's Charlie Aldred, and they're great writers, but it's almost like if it is, that they just don't give a shit anymore.
Maybe it's the directors. I don't know.
Did you get that picture, Carol, of what I sent you of the clock?
I have one of the clocks in one of the shots.
Okay. I just want to make sure. We didn't talk about that earlier. Okay.
But it was episode 1 was kind of like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But the thing about Strand, Coleman Domingo is such an incredible actor on the whole.
Mm-hmm.
And every episode or every season that we've seen Strand, Don, you'll recognize this. He morphs.
Mm-hmm.
He morphs into whatever he needs to be that is going to be in the best interest for himself.
Yeah.
Whether it was the guy in the tower or Anton. I have to admit I liked Anton, and I was kind of like, man, you really learned German really well.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. But,
in the gay voice.
Yeah, right. But Coleman is, but Strand's character pattern has stayed pretty consistent since we first were introduced to him, I think.
But I think I love Strand because of his loyalty to Madison.
Yeah.
Like he's there through everything for her, and their friendship is such a strong bond. And at that end scene when she gave him that key and he teared up, that was like the best scene in the whole episode.
Yeah.
I think I watched the after deal too. Did you guys also get the indication that was going to be their last scene together?
Yeah.
That's kind of like their farewell parting scene.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that was going to be
I hope not.
Their end. But what did you guys think about episode 2? There were a lot of callbacks to previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so a question. I'm a little ticked off that the characters that are not in season 8 that we all grew to love and adore, Sarah, Wendell, the rabbi. You mean to tell me they just went off and starved to death? They just kind of went looking. They didn't want anybody's help. So, what is it? Strand made the comment at the church with her. He says, they were on the raft, but they didn't want my help. So they basically just went off and starved to death.
Yeah, that was lazy.
Yeah.
I don't believe they would just go off and starve.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's like that's pretty rough writing. We don't get a good death. I mean, they could have got an honorable death, even in mention, and besides saying they just kind of went off and starved to death. If that's the case, then I want to see Sarah walking around in her trucker hat
as a walker.
Well, it could be a good thing too, Eliza. That means that they can bring that character back if you never see the character die.
Yeah, she could always show up in one of the other spinoffs.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. Have her pull up her dang tanker truck to Commonwealth. Say y'all need some gas.
Yeah.
Let's stir some beef.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That would be cool.
So what did you think about Charlie's acting?
I
Oh, well,
liked her. I thought she was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was believable.
her acting was great, but like I said, why the hell bring her back just to kill her? Like, like we were telling earlier about Morales, they brought him back just to kill him.
Ashley says, I'm struggling with Charlie being alive after being severely radiation poisoned, only to offer.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to us either, Ashley. That's one of the things that we were like, they brought her back just to kill her off.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because isn't the last time we seen her, she was in bed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, when she turned around after that truck, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, but
No,
if fear has done anything, they have proven to us that if we don't see it, it didn't happen.
The thing is, they just did that to bring it full circle.
Yeah.
For her to know what happened to Nick.
Uh-huh.
That's all that was for.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we ready for these slides?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. German. Lots of German.
The spinach.
I kind of thought, like when I first was watching this, I kind of thought that it was a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
It had that feeling of a flashback with the kids playing soccer in the background and, all that kind of stuff. And I really did not expect for it to be an actual community.
It almost looked like a Commonwealth with the cheesy video guy.
Yeah, the cheesy video guy.
Who is that? Lance Hornsby?
Yes.
That's the shirt I'm saying she needs. Cheesy video guy.
Video guy. Uh-huh. I love Strand.
Yeah.
He continuously reinvents himself.
Oh yeah, he's always morphing into whatever needs to be at the time. But it's always whatever's in the best interest of Strand.
Of course.
I like Jean a little bit.
Oh, Marianne says she's not caught up, so she's not staying. Just wanted to say hello. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. Hi, sweetie.
I love Strand's husband. I think he is just beautiful.
He was adorable.
Yeah. I took these shots because I thought it was interesting that they used the bus as kind of their welcome center. Their processing into the community. You come in from the back door and you exit the front door of the bus, kind of thing.
Kind of like the trail cars.
Yeah.
Train cars, yeah.
And of course, the opulence in the hotel, the main dining room.
Do you guys remember where we also saw the usage of a bus like that was in Tales of the Walking Dead, that one episode that Stephen Sweet was actually in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but that one.
Yeah. Ashley said, who else thinks Alicia has also magically survived and they're going to bring her back just to kill her too? That would be me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Alicia's alive. I think if we see her, it'll be like a flashback, I think, as Madison is dying, or, that kind of like what Grace experienced when she was almost dying, that kind of death dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the actress said that she wasn't coming back.
Alicia
Dabney, whatever. Yeah, Clark. Yeah.
I gotcha.
I guess it depends on money too,
Mm-hmm.
Eggs.
Just to show the opulence of what they've got going on in this community,
Yeah.
5-star hotel.
Mm-hmm. And it goes along with Strand anyway, because when he was in the tower, he had a chef that was there cooking his meals and stuff, So it doesn't surprise me that Strand would also be a part of this kind of setup. Have some sort of opulence because he is very flamboyant and all about creature comforts.
Right.
So, and I got this one for Dawn.
Yes, I love that scene.
I did too. I really did love this scene. I thought it was great. You know, you just see the desperation and how happy he is, but at the same time he's freaking out now because
His cover's blown.
his cover's blown.
Regina says he's bougie.
He is bougie. Yes, he is.
He's so pretty.
And this is where they're talking about Madison and whether or not she's going to stay. Of course, Strand has dug his heels in and said, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know who this Strand guy is. But it also reminded me kind of the fact that they have a group of people that are in charge of the community, just like we did with the prison.
Like the council or.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Strand's son asks Madison who Alicia and Nick are. Okay. So we have the bus. The guys are coming in to see if Madison is there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she's been absconded by Strand's adopted son.
He just has a hard time telling the truth. That's the only thing about Strand.
Yeah.
He just has a really hard time telling the truth. But he was getting ready to give her over. So his loyalty wasn't that deep.
Yeah, because I don't think he really would have gave her over.
I don't know.
I don't think he would have. I don't think it's a Gregory situation.
Even in that moment, though?
No.
Yeah, no. I don't think that he would have. He would have figured a way to kind of distract them.
Yes, I agree.
Of course, Strand being the survivor that he is, he's got stuff hidden. Just like many of our family have done in the past and the other shows. They've had hidden supplies.
Oh, yeah.
And not to interrupt you, Carol, but the reason why I agree with you and say that he would have found a way, because he would have left with his boyfriend and not went with Madison.
Yes, I agree with that. I love this night shot, the building that Madison is being hidden or that they're going to. I love that building. I just, with the moss hanging from the trees, you can tell that it's in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought that was beautiful.
Yep.
Of course, Madison and Strand are having the conversation and arguing back and forth. And then the people come into the building where they're fighting all those walkers and stuff, and basically save them just so they can get to Madison.
After they had their 10-minute conversation.
After they have a 10-minute conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Spanish moss, Regina says.
Yeah, that's just hanging from the trees.
Yeah.
In Savannah.
And your Dawn, your brother's in the comments. He says hi.
Hi, Adam.
Every time I see a Barker come in here, I get confused because my kids, their last names are Barker. So I'm like, wait a minute, are they saying hi to me? What?
If it wasn't for him, I would have never watched The Walking Dead.
Aww.
Thank you, Adam. We love
Thank
you for
Adam.
that. So Strand and Madison are taken by Troy's group.
That's just kind of an oh shit look right there.
I know. I love this. I loved this. I thought it was this just as a tribute to Coleman Domingo's acting.
And this is probably one of my favorite scenes too.
Yeah.
This whole scene that took place in here.
I agree. Angel's in, she's going, Barker.
And I like how, he's just been so adamant all the time. Even when he stood out in the forest with his boyfriend and they had that kind of conversation of, telling someone a secret and then they get forgiven and he still won't cop to it. But it's here that he says, I am Victor Strand. And I'm like, geez, this is not the best time to have done that, but okay.
Oh, Chris Roedinger. Hi, Chris. Hey, Scoot. How you doing, Shaggy?
Good.
So we got Troy and his blue eye and nothing else. That just kills me. I mean, even Dwight. I mean, Dwight took an iron to the face and comes out with a whole entire half of his face is scarred and disfigured. And this guy literally takes a hammer to the side of the head, and all he gets is a blue contact lens.
Yeah. I mean, even Charlie had, you could tell, scars and pot marks
Radiation
from the
scars.
radiation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all he does is look like a, you know,
Like a
English
cyborg.
sheepdog with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
He wanted to be like Father Gabriel.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, Gabe looked badass. This guy,
Yeah.
he's just a joke.
And here comes everybody.
Yeah, and here comes everybody into the rescue. And Daniel, of course, who's probably one of my favorite characters.
Ruben Blades, yeah, he's fantastic. I'd love to meet him. He'd be somebody I'd love to see at camp one day. Is Ruben.
Jason said that Troy has a scar. It's hard to see. Well, if it's hard to see, then why have it?
It needs to be a better scar.
Barb Carroll, Lisa, he had plastic surgery during the
right.
Right.
You in the apocalypse, so you've got a plastic surgeon that's going to help.
I mean, like a broken eye socket or something. Yeah.
Right, Regina. If it's hard to see, it's not there.
Yep. But I'm still kind of like you guys. You know, our people barnstorm and have every opportunity to just mow him down, and we don't. You know, it's just kind of like, really.
Well, it's like that opportunity with Negan, and I hate to compare it, but it's like, you know, how many more chances is somebody going to get?
I know.
You're right there out in the open. Take them down.
Yeah, like Don said, they hold conversations, not shootouts.
Conversations, not shootouts. Let's talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, let's process our feelings.
We're not going to kill Troy today, not tomorrow.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Regina just said one of my favorite things ever to say. It just wasn't in the script.
Mm-hmm.
So this was kind of the last part of the show where Madison digs around in the bag and finds Alicia's hand.
Look.
And I thought that was a good scene. I thought that was important. We knew she was being set up for it, you know.
Yeah.
Because of her arc, but
you know, when you think back to that episode with Alicia, that was a fantastic episode of what she had to do and how she did that to save her own life. But it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then Troy goes cutting off all the left arms of everybody, all the walkers.
Yeah. So that was it for the first episode. Because let's face it, the first episode was just it was
Episode 2.
So here we go. This was Barb. Barb immediately sent me this screenshot. And and it was funny because this was the first screenshot that I took. As a matter of fact, I had to rewind the episode just a few seconds to get it because I love this walker.
Look at the craters in his face, like the detail.
Yeah. The barnacles are nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a beautiful walker. Jason says that he has seen that arm with his own 2 eyes, and even though it's a prop, he got chills.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Sandy says Jeff Wagner. No, Sandy, this is not Jeff. It's a different walker, I believe. He's got a smaller starfish on him.
Yeah. Jeff is more on top of the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I sent her that, I was like, and then I'm reading all the comments going, wait, what?
But we have a picture of Jeff.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I thought this was an interesting conversation between Strand and Madison and Daniel. Daniel just does not have the time for Strand, you know. He just kind of dismisses him like, whatever, dude. I know what you've done, you know. You can reinvent yourself all you want, but
You're
I'm not.
still Strand.
Yeah. So, but I love Daniel. I just think he's wonderful.
Yes, as Adam was saying earlier, that he's a great actor too, and I love his acting as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's very passionate.
And he's so believable.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Barb.
Yeah.
Tell us
So-
about it, Barb.
The clock. Well, first of all, the cigarettes are freaking cheap.
I know. Again, it was one of those I had to rewind. I'm like, holy crap, those cigarettes are cheap.
But of course, you know me. I always say if they focus in on something, there's a reason why. But the clock in the background is the same exact time that Rick woke up in the hospital in The Walking Dead. And I know not all clocks with their batteries stop at the same exact time, but it's the same exact time that Rick wakes up in the hospital.
Right.
And
And I
so
know
if this is coinciding with that 2010 start date that we got from the Daryl Dixon show, I did Google, Barb, what was the cost of cigarettes in 2010, and the average cost was $2.62 a pack. So they got that right.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't get a zoom in picture on the clock, but when I paused it and I had to look at the television, it does say the exact same time. So that
That's
was pretty
fantastic.
interesting.
That is fantastic.
And I'm sure that Rick's battery and, when the apocalypse stopped, they're different batteries. So,
Unless they were on electric when electric went out.
yeah. But I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's cool.
We've seen this sign before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because somebody, was it Strand, that commented who would want to bring that back?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew as soon as we saw the sign, we knew that it had to be somebody from that group.
Mm-hmm.
Because this was a campaign that was done by, it started out by somebody else, but the group kind of absorbed it.
Didn't it actually start with Sarah and Wendell at their gas station?
That's what I thought.
Where they were leaving the things along the road? That's what I was thinking.
No, they got it from another group. They got it from, there was a guy that was doing it. That
Polar Bear.
Yeah.
The original Polar Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right.
There he is.
There's Jeff.
There.
So
Yeah.
he's the walker that comes through and falls almost on top of Madison, or does fall on her, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You dirty bird.
Whoopsie.
I love it when we get to see our hero walkers and they're people that we know, I love that. It just makes it so much better.
Well, Adam said the attention to detail. Yeah, we really dig into this stuff. Thanks, Adam. It's all your fault for Dawn.
Yep. And there's our own Jason.
Yes.
There he is, standing next to Jeff.
And Jason looks a lot different now, y'all. He's down 73 pounds.
And that's awesome.
Congratulations, Jason. That's awesome. Yeah. I love this. I love knowing that they get such a kick out of doing this. I think it's great.
It's got to be fun.
If it was still going, I would
too, but they don't have fat walkers anymore, so I
I
can't.
know.
Oh.
We can be the new well walkers.
So.
And
This
just
is
that
good.
happiness. Look at that happiness all over Daniel's face.
I
I
know.
heard.
Yeah.
No, she's kind of like, oh shit. Yeah.
He's so excited. Yeah. Yeah. And there's Jason.
Yes.
There's our Jason Cone.
There's Jason. Up front and center.
Yep.
Poking the gun right at Madison.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool because at least he's not the guy all the way in the back.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Jason says, fear gave me the drive to lose weight. That's
Aw.
fantastic.
they're having a conversation about Alicia. And, I thought it was really, again, a tribute to their relationship where Strand is holding Alicia's arm and Madison's just kind of looking at it like, what are you going to do with that? And he ends up giving it to her. And then they go outside.
Jason says that's me in the brown vest too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because of the other picture. I see it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Looky there.
Ah,
Didn't even know. Good job.
Double duty.
Yes. I love it. And here we have Charlie.
yep.
Did anybody know when she first came out of that truck who it was?
No.
Yeah, I had no clue until she turned around. I was like, what? Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't have thought of that because of her last appearance.
Yeah, I was not expecting her to show
When you
up.
saw the black hair, you almost wondered if it was Alicia.
That's what I thought was going to happen, was
Yep.
that it was going to be Alicia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But why wouldn't she have bounded out of the truck to see her mom,
But, oh, what's her name? Oh, crap.
Luciana?
Luciana. Okay, so Luciana did not want Madison outside and kept trying to keep her from being outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that was why I was like, well, that's really weird. Why would she not want her to see her own daughter?
Mhm.
So that's what made me guess that it was not her. Charlie confesses to what she did to Nick. Madison loses her shit. I will say that this scene on the bottom left there, Kim was spot on in that scene.
Yes.
I did like that. And of course, I love Coleman in that scene. So, and then Madison, of course, has thoughts about Nick. And that was one of the flashbacks there on the right. And Madison then goes and decides to beat up a tractor with a sledgehammer. And we find out that after Madison has told Charlie that the only way that she can redeem herself is by killing Troy, and they hatch a plan, and she leaves, Charlie has left something very special for Madison, and it's Nick's ashes. Yeah, Regina, the teardrop from the nose, that's what got me, because I was just like, holy crap.
I think I was more confused in this part of her outrage to Charlie, because it happened so long ago, and to have her, that outrage, like, go kill Troy to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I did not get that part at all.
Now, if it just happened like a week ago, but it's been years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And by this time, everybody's done something.
Right.
Nobody's innocent.
She was 11.
Yeah, and that's what the point.
And she kept saying that she was 11 years old. She was a child. She was scared.
Right.
I think her anger too was just the fact of the betrayal, because she already knew that it was Charlie's fault. That the stadium basically got overran by that group of guys.
Right.
And now it's like, now she's hearing, you're also the one that killed my son. You took the stadium, you took my son. So I think it's just kind of a culmination and an anger at herself. I think there's a lot of internal anger.
Regina, she said, Nick in a can. Is that like a D in a box?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of displaced anger at herself.
Yeah. And then she sees the ways of, the error of her ways. And so she tries to get Charlie to come back. And as soon as Charlie says, I can't, I knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I stay on the radio so he can hear that it's Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Shut up, stop talking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that make you go.
And there's old Blue Eye.
Blue
He's got Charlie in the room there with the glass, and she's barefooted. And he's trying to get her to talk and tell him where Padre is, and then they hear this big explosion.
Did anybody think this when they watched when she was barefoot the glass? It took me back to World Beyond and Jadis with the bare feet and them running without shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know how well that would go over.
Now, when Troy ducked when the explosion happened, I did one of my things again and went, "Oh, Carol must be here."
Yeah, exactly.
Like Terminus blowing up on the outside. As soon as he did that whole thing like Gareth, and I'm like, "Oh, Carol must be here."
I got that same feeling that it was very much like Terminus.
That was funny.
Except for I was thinking it was Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little do we know that it was Charlie who had rigged the rig to blow.
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
Yeah, Dawn, I got the same thing when I first saw the bare feet, and then the glass came into play. But I'm like, what's with the freaking no shoes thing going on here?
Yeah, I just went right back to World Beyond and Rick and no shoes and
Yeah.
This was a rough scene.
I did appreciate AMC putting in the suicide prevention
I saw that too.
at the beginning and at the end.
Uh-huh.
So you knew something was coming.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When Madison learned that, Charlie had killed Nick, she had the flashbacks of Nick. And when Charlie is about to kill herself, she has the flashbacks of Alicia. And I thought that was, interesting because, Alicia had forgiven her,
Right.
But yeah, that was, and I was really, really hoping that maybe she didn't, and maybe she would come out, later and be the one to actually kill Troy. But yeah, I was a little sad by this.
And here's Charlie's flashbacks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if everybody in the chat remembers Alicia and them talking about the beach and stuff like that and going a few seasons back. But I remember loving that episode. I thought that was really very sweet. And of course, Alicia looks like 9 miles of bad road.
Yeah, buddy.
Flashback. And then, of course, Charlie unalives herself. That was rough. But again, I didn't understand why they did that. Bring her back just to kill her.
Yeah. In one episode.
Yeah. And then this kid shows up and tells Troy that some little girl is missing, and we find out that Troy's got a daughter.
So did y'all start initially thinking that maybe Alicia was the mother?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Really? I did not get that.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
But, he made the comment of, it was the woman that pulled me from the dam. And I'm thinking, well, who the hell did Madison kill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Now, this was my absolute favorite interaction of the whole episode.
You're fundamentally wrong.
Because Daniel's basically telling Madison, bitch, you toxic. You gots to go. And he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
He's devastated over Charlie's death, and he knows that everything is happening at the hands of Madison because of the decisions that she's making.
Well, that also kind of goes in line with how Carol acted after
Mhm.
after Henry was killed.
Yeah.
You know, she was making all of these decisions based on emotion and
Right.
not rationale and logical thinking, and all these bad things were happening around him. Um, you know, and of course he goes back to the compound that they were at where Ophelia, you know, got killed as well.
Right. Yeah, I love this. I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, hell yeah, Daniel, you right.
You right?
And then this is the last that we see of Madison. She's given the keys to Strand. She's decided that Daniel was correct, and she's got to go on her own.
And I mean, I know we spoke earlier about this before the show started, but I feel like this might be the last time we see them together on screen.
Yeah.
Just from the way Coleman was talking in the after show about how their parting this time had to be absolute, you know.
Did she ever say where she's going, or she just walked away?
I don't think she did, because she gave him the keys to the kingdom and told him to take care of Padre.
So where is she going to get all her oxygen from?
I think she maybe
She's
just
going to Tara's old apartment. She's going to dig around down where Philip went to get the oxygen for Tara's dad.
I think she's just going to wander and try to look for Alicia.
That's what I thought. She was on her.
Yeah.
She's just going to go look for Alicia. Yeah. But she's going to run into Sarah, and her trucker hat is a zombie.
Right.
Pushing Wendell, the zombie.
Right. A zombie in a wheelchair.
Zombie in a wheelchair.
Well, I don't think we've seen that. Well, yeah, we did see it in the Walking Dead in the nursing home.
Yeah. But don't be cleaning yourself on camera.
Yeah, Carol.
My kitty.
But I'm interested. It's going to be tough how they're going to wrap it up, you know, in just 6 more episodes. It's just, you know, when you know that you're coming into a finale like this, and like you said, Barb, you know, was it season 6 or 7 where we had the nuclear fallout with Terry, with, you know, Crazy Terry? That was just so weird. It was like the writers were smoking something.
Right.
And now we're trying to play catch up and get back on a good storyline, but we've only got 8 episodes to do it in, you know, so we're going to have to speed everything up. And the people who weren't there, they just went on to starve to death.
Yeah. But they survived the zombie apocalypse already.
Right. And you know, I mean, who doesn't want a nuclear sub in the middle of the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, you know, and that was a good storyline with Teddy, but it was just like, really? A nuclear fallout? You know, come on.
I mean, I enjoyed Fear up until that point. I mean, obviously I watched it and got through it. And like I was telling Dawn, I was like, you know, I realized it was Sunday morning. I'm having coffee going, oh, I guess I have to watch an episode, you know, because when it was Walking Dead or even, you know, The World Beyond, or the beginning of Fear, I was excited to see what was coming next. And I'm just like, oh, it's Sunday. I guess I have to watch. I guess I have to watch the episode.
Yeah.
You know? Because the first one, like you said, Carol, you just want to bang your head up against the wall. And I was like, I mean, that's how I felt. And I had, sorry to say this, in the beginning of Dead City. I mean, I grew to like it, but the first couple, I was just like,
you know, there's a lot of people that didn't like Fear the first few seasons, but they liked it by season 4 or 5, and I actually liked season 1 and 2, I think, the best, because it showed the genesis of the outbreak and the de-evolution of society so fast, with the evolution of the virus so fast.
Yeah.
So I mean, I liked
the first couple of seasons of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Regina agrees with me, so thank you, Regina.
And I also think the writers, directors, all that from Fear and The Walking Dead do such a great way of how they make the relationships with these characters
Mhm.
that like we love the bond. We're 8 seasons in, but we still love that bond between Strand and Madison. We still love that bond between Daryl and Carol, and
Right.
that's what can contribute to the writers and the directors from the first few seasons of each show.
Right.
Right. We get so vested in the characters and the parts they play, and I was glad they brought Madison back. I just wish the storyline had been a little different than what they're going for now. And we had talked earlier about Carol's introduction into the Daryl series, and I totally think AMC dropped the ball on a ratings hike by announcing Kim Dickens' return on Talking Dead prior to her reveal. It would have been so much more amazing had they just surprise revealed it.
Well, I saw Carol on an interview on Melissa McBride, and she was saying that I was, waiting to hear the fans' reactions when I came out of the car. And I'm like, well, we kind of knew you were coming back anyway, because like you said, Eliza, they spoiled it,
Yeah.
So she was like kind of hoping for that big boom, but we were just waiting. Okay, she coming out of the boat, she coming out of the building. We're just waiting for it,
Yeah.
So
Right.
it wasn't a big surprise, which is sad.
If she didn't hear us screaming and yelling, I mean, come on.
Those fan react. Well, obviously when she gets to the car, we are all screaming, but we knew she was coming back, and that sucks because, like Dawn knows, I hate spoilers.
Yeah. No,
I want to be surprised.
You want that surprise. You want that holy crap moment,
Yep.
And we just haven't been getting that because the returns have been spoiled.
Right.
So,
well, when they make the announcement that they're having a new series, it kind of does spoil it.
yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely spoiled it when they told us that Negan and Maggie were going to get a spinoff before the other show ended. We knew Negan and Maggie were going to survive,
Right.
Yeah, the plot armor. I mean, there was no fear. There was no fear that Daryl was going to die or Negan and Maggie was going to die. I mean, and I like having that anxiety over, oh my God, is my person going to die this episode or this season?
And not to bring back. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Now go ahead.
No, mine's long. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's the reason why they didn't kill anybody off is because they were going to use everybody. And I think that took away from the ending of the Mothership show that there was no big death. Yeah, Rosita died, but there wasn't anything like, oh my God, shocking.
Yeah.
Right.
No, all I was going to say is the only time I ever thought, because I knew Daryl wasn't going to die, but because, once, I got caught up to the seasons and I had to actually wait that week or the few months or whatever, when Rick and Daryl are fighting in the pit on Rick's last episodes, when he couldn't get out of that pit, I really thought he was biting the dust there. I actually had to pause the TV and this is not happening. I actually thought he was going to bite the dust there. That was the only time I thought Daryl was. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm saying. And there was no leak outs. There was no surprises for me. I don't like the spoilers, so I didn't know.
Right.
See, my ending would have been Rosita got devoured with the walkers and handed the baby up. Now that would have been better.
That would have been better. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Because that was like a Wonder Woman deal. It was like,
Well, she didn't run a fever. She wasn't sick. She laid there for 3 or 4 days.
And looked stunningly beautiful the entire time with her makeup and her lipstick on.
Yes.
And she got bit through 18 layers of clothing. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just hope that the first episode of this season, of this part of the season, is the worst of them all. We've already gotten through the hard part.
We can only hope.
And now the next episodes will be better.
Well, we know Dwight and Sherry's going to be good.
Yes. And hopefully Dwight will meet up with Troy and have a conversation about what Troy did to get rid of the scars.
Yeah.
Because Dwight needs a good plastic surgeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah.
Barb, your trivia?
Yeah, we got 7 people in here. I'm not, I don't know if I could see any more, but that's what I'm seeing. I got 7
Yep.
people in here. So I think we can get these questions right off the bat. They're all from fear. So everybody in the comments, I hope you remember your fear of the Walking Dead early seasons. Ooh, Jason Cohn has a prop from the next episode. How much you want for it?
Doesn't matter what it is, Jason.
Just doesn't matter. I'm still gonna lose, Regina says. These are actually pretty hard questions if you didn't. I don't even remember half these, but I had to. Not as good as The Walking Dead, but again, remember, I know there's only a few of us in here tonight, but whoever answers first, we're gonna go with Miss Virginia, Suki printing, and on the back is her signature. Nick in a can? No, that's not the answer. Okay, so in the fear of the Walking Dead, what was June's given name by the Padres? She was given a name by the Padre group. June. Anybody remember her name?
Anyone?
Yeah, these are gonna.
Regina.
Wow,
Good job,
Close.
Regina.
close.
Oh, that's not it. Never mind. Sorry,
It's-
Regina.
It's
Close,
close.
Regina. Close.
Try again.
Come on.
Real close.
I got froggy.
Come on, Regina. You're so close.
So close.
So close.
You're hot. You're
Yeah. Oh, Jason got it. Yes.
Who got it?
Jason.
Okay. Blue Jay.
Sorry, baby.
That was so close, Regina. Okay, next one. Another hard question. Oh, see, and this is in there too.
Uh-huh. Oh, Jason said that Regina could have it.
All right,
Aw,
Jason,
that's
you
so
are
sweet, Jason.
sweet.
Thanks, Jason. That's sweet. That's my person.
I was going to throw something in anyway, but here is at Jeremy Palco. And on the back, it is signed by Mr. Jeremy Palco. Another hard question. Let me turn my page. What does Grace call jelly beans? She and Morgan had a conversation, and if not mistaken, in the mall,
Mhm.
and they were talking about what she called jelly beans.
I would have never remembered this one.
I know.
Me
I
either.
know these are hard.
Yeah.
That was when they got all Twitter pated for each other.
Yeah. She had a very different name for jelly beans. Not too different, but
You're close, Anissa.
it's 2 words. That's one of them.
2 words. First word sounds like
Nobody else got it. We'll give it to Anissa.
Okay.
It is candy beanies. So that was very good. She remembered the important word.
beansy. Yep.
Congratulations. And there's the last one. It is not a fear of the Walking Dead. I figured I would throw a little different thing in there. This is a convention poster, Lord of the Rings. It is 11 by 17. Comes with their little card that came with it. Very easy question. Fast fingers. Let's go. What is the name of Daniel's cat? Who's first? Who's
Come on,
first?
people, don't disappoint me.
Yeah. What is the name of Daniel's
No.
cat? Come on. All right. No silence in the room.
Here. I'm just gonna sit here. I say it. Yes, Regina.
Yeah. Regina's got all the prizes tonight.
No, Jason got
Congratulations.
it first. Jason's popped up first.
Okay. Gotcha.
Jason, you get that one because you gave your other one to Regina.
Yep. Jason, you got that. I
What
was really
happened?
expecting everybody popping in there.
Uh-huh. I say it every time there's an announcement.
What happened to Skid Mark?
He went off and got starved to death too.
No, he was dinner.
It was dinner and then they starved.
He was chop suey. Congratulations, Regina, Jason, and Anissa. Fast fingers.
Yay.
I really thought no one was going to be.
Jason can't say. So that means that Skid Mark's coming back, right, Jason?
Surprise appearance.
I would love that if the Skid Mark came back. But then they would just kill him off. So, I mean, just like Charlie. So what would be the point?
Regina.
Damn it, I want the Lord of the Rings.
You can work it out with Jason, Regina. Y'all can swap.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Swap it out with Jason.
Yeah. All right, kids. Aliza, tell everybody about Camp Cares this past weekend.
It was hotter than snot, for one, for it to be the end of October. Had amazing volunteers out there. Carol made me dance.
I did. So she cannot say that she can't dance at the camp because there's video and there are pictures of her dancing this weekend. So,
but it is proof though that I can't dance.
I don't know. You were kicking some booty there.
But we were able to help about 75 people. They felt a lot of love. They got a lot of amazing supplies. We had an amazing donations from Team Depot. Wesley, for those that may know or may not, Wesley Hale works with Home Depot, and he was so instrumental in hooking us up with Home Depot and their Team Depot. And we just got amazing donations from them and from their vendors. We had tons of clothes, tons of food, tons of just all kinds of supplies, all the way down to coloring books and crayons. Two Boys Barbecue came out and slung some good barbecue again. And we had Hope Through Soap was offering showers. So, we made a difference in quite a few people's lives this past weekend.
Yep.
Yay.
Yes, Regina, they did. They felt like humans, and it was nice. I mean, we danced with them, we laughed, had just a great time, and no, we didn't have the turnout like we did in May, but even with just helping one person, it was worth it. And I told Aliza that, and Aliza and her team were just spot on, fantastic about everything that they did. So,
and if people don't know, Camp Cares is part of the camp, and so we do the auction in May for funds to go towards Camp Cares and another charity. And we're going to be trying to do this again in May this coming year, right before camp. So it works out better in the summertime to do them kind of in alliance with camp, because more people can participate that want to be volunteers and come a few days early for camp and do Camp Cares. So be on the lookout. But it was good. And then I got to go see the Page House and the Farrell House. And folks, you guys need to go back to our page and look. They're trying desperately to raise money to save the chimney on the Page House. And let me tell you, it's not just your average ordinary chimney. It's huge, and it's pulling away from the home. The home's like 200 plus years old. Had several people die in there over the 200 years. It's an amazing place. If you ever get to go to Sonoy, go visit it. But we've got a link up where you can make a donation. And what is it, Dawn? $50 gets you a raffle ticket for a 2-night stay.
Yep.
I would probably give mine away because I think I'd be too scared. Unless you all went with me. If y'all
We'll snuggle with you. We'll snuggle with you.
We'll just go as a group.
Yeah.
So $5, $10, whatever you can go give to help save the Page House, or to us, the Farrell House.
And guys, this is a Walking Dead location, and we're losing a lot of these locations.
Yeah.
This helps preserve that location. I don't know if anybody that's out there watching that loves locations. I know me and Barb absolutely. It's a scavenger hunt for us. But it's sad because Rick's hospital's gone. There's so many things gone, and we just really want to help them protect this home.
And it's available for Airbnb.
Yes.
And Judy Beatty, and Judy Beatty and her husband David are just fantastic. They're just absolutely loves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Judy's wonderful, and she's very open and inviting, and I just think she's wonderful
and absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I got to ask you because the first thing I said to Carol when we were leaving was, I got a complete Eleanor Matsura feel from her. I mean, you didn't get that. She reminded me of Eleanor.
Mm-hmm.
No.
With carbs, like, nah.
No.
I
don't know.
I kind of more like the Wonder Woman
Yeah.
vibe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gal Gadot, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I have nothing against, your Eleanor, but I think actually Judy's more prettier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she's beautiful. Yeah, and just
They're both beautiful, but yeah, I don't know.
they're beautiful. She's just beautiful and got a beautiful spirit about her, and
Mhm.
is very, very dedicated to preserving the home. And it's, the areas that she's gotten done, as y'all saw, were just fantastically gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And the awesome part of that too is that when you do the Airbnb, she loves to, she loves to cook. So she
Well,
wants.
she was
forward
putting
to
out a
do that.
spread Saturday night.
Yeah,
for
she looks
sure.
forward to doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
She was
Yeah.
definitely putting out a spread. I offered my services when she gets ready to remodel her kitchen in the house.
good.
Told her that I'd be happy to come out to the town and and do the design work for free, no problem. Just put me up in the house and let me spend the night there while I measure.
Dawn, you
There
need
you
to
go.
you need to visit with her about those curtains. We need to see if those are the ones from the show.
Yeah.
Oh, did you send her the pictures of you opening? So we're upstairs in the house, and Elisa's going through, and she's opening up closets and looking under beds. She's snapping pictures. She in that teal room. You guys remember the teal room upstairs? Yep. Yeah, she goes into she's next to the bed. She's looking and she's opening up the closet. She's looking. She looks back. She looks back in. And she's got her phone and she's snapping pictures. I'm like, what the heck is she taking pictures of? And she comes out. She's like, look, there's curtains.
Well, we got to make sure when Elisa stays in the house, like when Judy was on the podcast last time, we were talking about, I want the medicine cabinet to open with that creepy look of the hole in the eye. So every time Elisa gets up in the morning, it opens the thing.
And there's an eyeball looking back at her.
Well, I was looking for the bathroom. I guess she had it locked off. And I was like, where's the bathroom? I want to go see that bathroom. But I was wondering because that room was pink in the show. And I was just wondering because there were some curtains in there and some pictures. And they were obviously very pink and like Laura Ashley explosion. And I just
did you go down in the basement?
Yes.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I took her down there.
Okay.
Little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Much smaller.
Very cramped.
Yeah. But I just, if those were from the show, she could auction those off. You know how us fools are about stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, look, Jason mentioned he had some. We don't care what it is. We're just offering you money now.
Right.
We could be like Carol Burnett and like get those curtains and like make a dress out of them or something.
That would be funny.
All right. You guys got anything else?
I think that's it, isn't it?
I think so.
So
We like to thank our Patreons and our financial supporters of the show. Destiny, she wasn't here tonight, was she?
No.
I think that she was sick. Terry and Kay Collier, Sandy Morrison, Lauren Perkins, Ben and Melissa Gilbert, Pamela Blythe, Marion Craig, and Dustin Baker. And of course, special thanks to our Camp Mommy and Poppy, Oscar and Casey. And don't forget, Barb and I are going to go on live tomorrow to announce the scavenger hunt winner and the Patreon winner for the month. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing 2 tomorrow night. Woo-hoo.
Yes. And this is. Go ahead, Lisa.
no, I wouldn't say anything.
Oh.
Wasn't me.
That's Carol.
Okay,
Go ahead,
go ahead, Carol.
No, you. It's all you.
Is this the Patreon sign up?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is the Relishing Dead Patreon sign up if you want to become a Patreon. This helps you contribute back to the TWD family community. It's a great thing to be part of to help out each other and the community with Camp Cares and the camp. So join. Why not?
And
You
you
could
guys,
be in the Commonwealth, and you could be in what? In Alexandria? Is that the one?
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 And of course, you guys already know you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And we do have merchandise.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So,
And don't forget to watch us on our podcast page. And we're no longer streaming on the camp page.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the camp is gearing up. As you guys have seen, they're doing announcements and stuff of the guests. They just announced Lori Holden again. Woohoo!
Yay!
Super excited about that.
Yes.
And if you follow us on Spotify, I enjoy with all the driving I do just re-listening to our episodes in the car. So, or while you're cleaning house, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Except I don't like listening to myself.
Yeah.
I know.
Excuse me for saying so many times. And yeah. But there you have it.
All right.
Until next week.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.